as we contemplated how to be most impactful and be most distinctive, we decided that we ought to invest in fundamental discoveries in the area of aging and neuroscience. And so that's why we've invested a substantial amount. Our president has invested a substantial amount, $30 million, as, as a base to focus on aging and neurodegenerative diseases, because these are areas that are very important for the citizens of South Florida. There is sufficient evidence right now that protein misfolding may account for some of the manifestation of disease that we see, whether it's in Alzheimer's, whether in other neurodegenerative disorders. So computational biology is the discipline that really helps us to predict how proteins fold and how they behave and so forth. And this way we can come up with more precise treatments to address some of those challenges. And it's interesting that while we had been planning this investment just before the announcement, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry was to scientists who are using essentially structural biology, computational biology to predict the structure of proteins and how they fold. And the same is true for the Nobel Prize in Physics this year. So these were, again, people using AI, computational biology, again, to predict how proteins will interact. So I think it's timely. It's very apropos that a leading academic health system should invest in these disciplines that we've talked about, but also position the University of Miami to become one of the thought leaders in this area of the population in South Florida, in particular Miami-Dade, is quite attractive. It's attractive to researchers from just about all over. Because as one who lived in Los Angeles, can say that there is a broad mosaic. You have diverse populations, but there are few places where you can go where you can see such heterogeneity within a Hispanic population, because you have people from Central America, you have people from South America, you have people from from the Caribbean and from Puerto Rico. So it is quite diverse, and this creates a great opportunity for people who are trying to understand the genetic basis of diseases, the types of changes that may take place and really what's happening in terms of the protein structure that would lead to different manifestations for people seemingly of a common heritage in terms of a Hispanic background is just one thing. But the other attractive piece about South Florida is, you have, you know, Black Americans, you have the Caribbean, the heterogeneous population within all of those Caribbean nations. So those are great ways for us to be able to uh, contribute to the scientific body. And I know she alluded to the HIG, which is the Hussman Institute for Human Genetics, under the leadership of Dr. Peggy Vance. We have now constructed the arguably one of the largest biorepositories for specimens in the country, and it has a phenomenal robotic arms, and we can store millions and millions of specimens, which really position us again to be leaders in the area of drug discovery, precision medicine, and so forth. Because not only can we link those particular specimens to the disease category. Okay, of course, it's all blinded, but also we can now use computational biology to predict the likelihood that one particular patient with a particular genetic makeup will respond to a particular intervention based on the types of protein patterns that we see. It's very, very exciting. And the sky is the limit for us.